Regular Minecraft worlds have millions of blocks, so to make things extremely difficult, I'm going to be attempting to survive 100 days on just one. Armed with one regenerating Minecraft block, I'll have to face my toughest 100 days challenge yet. And here we go. Just myself and one Minecraft block for the rest of eternity, probably. I did what the instruction manual told me to do and started to break a very stubborn block that just refused to be broken. After some time of giving this a repeated beating, I was able to make myself a crafting table and some slabs to expand a little bit. I also then got myself a pig, who I called Percy, and then I hit Percy off the edge. This got dark very quickly. With the dirt I had acquired, I built up my first platform, which with all the mobs that I'd need to acquire would make a fantastic farm. The demon block eventually spewed out my first pig and also my first cow. I just had to hope they couldn't throw themselves in the void for now.
It's like I've just walked in on them staging a resistance. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I spent a while breaking the block just for some basic resources and then breaking it again and again, and you're starting to get where this is going. I eventually got my second cow though and pushed him into the middle of the crop circle and decided it was a good idea to create a small platform, just for some saplings, some trees, some wood, you know, keep it chic. Wood was going to be super important, because it's the whole idea of the game mode. There's no funny pun here, just pure facts. After a while of farming some basic materials, I finally had enough to finish the animal coop. This really felt way too easy. I eventually got to the all-important upgrade stage. Every couple of 100 blocks, the demon block decides to upgrade itself into a brand new biome, with new blocks and new mobs for me to eventually throw off the edge. When it upgraded, I was finally able to make myself some stone tools, and upgrade what I already had, and also got my first piece of iron. To my surprise, a mushroom popped out the block. I don't know how he fit in there. This was going to be my infinite food source, and so I pushed him into a 5-star hotel, and after some time, just getting some basic resources, I was attacked by my first set of zombies. I really didn't expect myself to almost die here, but I almost did. And with the panic attack aside, I just kept on the resource grind. I felt cinematic for this day, so you're stuck with them for a short while. I apologize. I spent a short while creating my first farm with the seeds I'd got through the reward chest from the demon block, and really got to work with some of the tedious tasks that I'd put off in the recent while. It wasn't much, just basic things like breeding some cows and also creating my first iron pickaxe. Now that I had enough of the basic wooden resources, I decided it was time to create my first big circle. To house some of the projects that I had in mind later, I used literally all of the oak slabs that I had to fill in an outline, and also the inline, if that's actually a word, of what I wanted to be my very own storage room. I needed some more resources, and once again was met with a panic attack by a creeper. I know you can't hear what I said, but just assume it was something angry like ah. With the majority of the platform finished, I was able to use some spruce saplings to create a really big tree. And boom, with the big tree gone, I put into work from what I got from it and started to create myself a spruce outline, just because it looks nice. There's no other reason. I also got to work creating a chest room with the wood that I got from the really big tree. It took a while, but it really all started to come together. I spent a while doing a fantastic task, which was just organizing my chests. I know you really want to watch footage of me moving blocks back and forth repeatedly, but I feel like we should skip this part. In better news, with the infinite spruce that I now had, I finished part of the roof of my new storage area and got straight back to grinding. And eventually, I got my second benevolent gift, which meant it was time to upgrade the demon block again, this time to the icy tundra. With the tedious tasks out of the way, I wanted to create a bigger tree platform. I couldn't think of a cooler name for it. Before that though, I did actually almost die a few times, but there's nothing new there. A random wolf had actually spawned on my block and actually killed a skeleton to try and protect me. I used the one bone it dropped on the floor to try and tame him, and it worked. I'm not gonna lie, originally I was just gonna throw him into the void, but he seemed cute, so I called him Charlie. The tree farm, however, was coming along nicely, as by using 4 spruce saplings, I was able to create myself a mega tree, which basically meant I had infinite resources for creating builds much later on. I also remembered to light up the area, as without it, there's a high chance I'd probably die by a mob. I spent some time getting back to the hashtag grind. I can't believe I just said that. I broke the demon block from sunup to sundown, and eventually had a close run-in with a certain angry skeleton. But the fact is I killed it. I feel basically top of the food chain. It was straight back to mining though, and after throwing a polar bear into the void gods, I created my first piece of iron armor, after a realization that I'd probably die much later on if I didn't. It was getting a close call with all of these mobs, and I really didn't want to take the risk.
Okay, so it's been a while. I think my next task is, what I want to do is actually make like a big farm area. I want to have enough for like potatoes and wheat and stuff like that, but to do that, I'm gonna need probably more water. I can probably do one side for now, so I'm probably gonna do it here. I'm thinking like a nice big circle here, and then maybe like a big round area from there, and like the farm and the round area can be like the main hub. I also want to finish the roof for here because I suck at finishing builds, but we'll find out as we go.
Whoa, don't you love the power of editing? In literally half a second, I was able to finish the platform. I spent so long creating the materials for it, and I've shown you that enough times. So just imagine a happy puppy. I used 4 adjacent blocks to fill with dirt, and after placing the water in the center, I turned all of the blocks around into farmland for later to use. And then you guessed it, it was straight back into the demon block. This did mean, however, a brand new stage, the ocean stage. Did I mention I'm scared of the ocean? This meant new blocks to break and new things to throw into the void. Life was looking up on this scary little block. I mean, I say that, but then I got attacked by two angry-looking Olympic hopefuls who threw their tridents at me and got me down to half a heart. I mean, I told you I was an expert. I was still gathering a load of resources and trying to progress to the next stage really as soon as possible. I was still working through, though, and making good progress when I watched a fish spawn. I really don't know what I can do to, or even say over this to make it better, but I was confused to the highest level. Rest in peace, little fish. You were a good friend. After some Googling, though, I found out that fish can't breathe without water, so that explains the new phenomenon I'd noticed. I then got attacked by my first guardian. I say attacked, but it just shot a beam and then threw itself off the island and down into the void gods. I'm not gonna lie, I found this quite funny. I am literally the luckiest Minecraft player in the entire world. I didn't record it because I'm an idiot, but after killing some drowned, I was able to get my first trident. The durability on this thing was crazy low, but I was so happy I was able just to throw it and pick it back up. I mean, really, I shouldn't have done it because of the durability, but I just wanted to prove a point. Remember how I said that organizing chests is boring and that you definitely don't want to see it? Now I'm actually going to show you that process. I spent ages organizing every chest with every Oh, you don't actually want to see it? Are you sure? Like 100% sure? Alright, that's fine. I then reached stage 5. I was halfway through the stages, and with this came the jungle dungeon, which I really didn't like the sound of. It seemed to be an absolute load of cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and jungle logs. But after seeing a pesky skeleton on my farm, I decided to get rid of it with my trident. I don't think I need to speak for this part though, you'll kinda get it. Okay, listen, yes, I threw my trident off the edge. No, I do not want to talk about it. Yes, I am literally the best player in the world. The further into the stages that I actually got, the closer I got to acquiring villages, which I could use for trading. This meant diamond tools without actually needing the diamonds or the enchants. I couldn't rely on the demon block for everything. This meant I'd need a brand new platform for my adventure, and after mining some spruce logs with a golden axe, I got to work creating the largest platform I've made so far. This was going to take a long time, but I felt like the payoff would really be worth it. And with the power of editing, we're able to skip all of the boring things and get straight to me figuring out how to design the thing. Because if you're new here, you should know that I really suck at building. I mean, I try my best. Please subscribe. Okay, so the villager hall is pretty much done. You'll get a nice little cinematic view as we go across right now, but you get the point. My goal with this is, hopefully, this is soon going to give us villagers. This one little lovely block here. I still need to do all the decoration of the island. That's going to come another day. I've done way too much building for my liking, and it actually looks okay. I'm pretty happy with it. I went with like a spruce and kind of like stone. I only had, I think, 5 mossy stones, so I used all of that. I've demolished a tree. Skeletons have overrun my farm. I'm not going anywhere near that for now. I don't need any food. Food's for amateurs anyway. I'm an expert. And now it's started raining, which seems like a perfect time to now spend some time breaking the block and hopefully being able to get some more resources. I'm a little bit wanting some diamond armor right now. My pickaxe has actually just broken. I have 3 more iron. I know, I don't really want to do like a lot of voiceovers for this or like a lot of, you know, like speak. It's a kitty cat. How do I like you. I want you. I have fish. Can you eat fish? Hello. I will keep both of you. Are you gonna, which one likes me? Oh, that one clearly doesn't. Are you mine now? Hello, friend. You can go in there. There you go. No, my chicken! No! You naughty kitty. Oh, my girlfriend's gonna kill me. It's not my fault, okay? But yeah, resources, and hopefully soon enough we'll get something new. You'll probably see an update when I do. I don't really know why I included this clip, but the demon block gave me a new set of best friends, who then got sacrificed to the void gods. Listen, I went back on the block and mined away for some resources like nothing had happened, but I'm really sorry if that annoyed you, but this happens a lot during this series and also on this channel, so I don't know what to say. And just like that, after some time, making the villager hall had actually paid off. I managed to get my first ever villager, who had the name tag Eric. Eric, however, was not compliant in the slightest, and then I realized I probably should have made the hall slightly closer, as pushing Eric was starting to be the most annoying thing in the world. Eventually though, Eric was inside of his brand new home, and after sacrificing a fox to the void, he kind of just stared and judged me. I'm really sorry, Eric. With Eric having his brand new job with my smithing table, I used the first emeralds I had to try trade and get him leveled up as quickly as possible. Thanks for the trades, Eric. I threw them into the void instantly afterwards, though. I'm a bad person. Okay, I'm suddenly noticing that I'm literally completely out of food. And this fox is really annoying.
tell you what, you can yell at me later. Just like the video, thank you. Okay, what I think I'm about to do, now we have Eric over here, which we can get trades from, is I want to make another one of these platforms and then make one here that kind of like wraps around. What I want to do first is completely finish the farm, or at least be able to do it. I mean, I have the resources, it's just kind of just finding the time. My time's so split, you know, I have to mine the block, and then I do this, and then I mine the block, and then I do this. It's just the whole process. Okay, I'm gonna have enough seeds, which is fantastic. It's just, I don't think I'm gonna have enough dirt to finish this off. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more, which is once again gonna take me back to the demon block. Okay, I just need a little bit more, but what I can do is use the resources that I have. First, let's make myself some food. I'm never running out of food again. And then with what I have, I'm actually going to go finish this a little bit. Obviously, I can get this spruce from here. I think that's the next task. For now, the least I can do is make this look just a little bit nicer. Okay, gonna need one more set of stairs, another 8, I think. And it looks like it's scripted because that is the, oh no, I'm not gonna have enough trapdoors. Okay, well, it's almost finished. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave an ugly tree. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna mine the bottom 8 just to really annoy everybody. I think that's the goal here today, just to annoy as many people as possible. I spent some time fixing my starter platform to look a little bit nicer, and also to make it easier for what I wanted to do later. I had a goal in mind here though. See, I'm not always just all jokes. Sometimes there's actual work in the series too. And with work, I wanted to create myself a big EXP farm. Eventually though, I'd be able to get obsidian, which meant that when the time came, I'd rather be prepared so I could enchant. I decided to make a platform symmetrical to the one opposite. I'm gonna be honest, I really was debating making it slightly off-center just to annoy the comments, but I decided against it. Really though, not much else happened. I spent most of the day, which then turned into the night, creating this brand new platform with the oak and the spruce from the farm, and filling in the outside and the inside of it, preparing myself for the next big task I had at hand. And here came the mob farm. I thought it best to make this out of oak wood, as with the farm, I basically had an unlimited amount of both. I created the area where the mobs will drop into and built 22 blocks up each side. I decided to have a little fun though and experiment, and every time I finished it, I decided to throw myself off an MLG water bucket down to the floor. I felt like a daredevil, and it was really a crazy experience, so I just repeated doing it. The tutorial I use for this though will be in the description if you want to support their channel. I like being honest when I say that I had no idea how to make these. Being honest again, I've played the game since 2011 and I still can't make an EXP farm without a tutorial. I feel like an absolute fraud. After days spent getting oak wood, swimming back up, getting oak wood, and swimming back up again, the farm was actually finally finished. I closed off the roof and threw myself off of it, back down to the platform. I quickly realized though that I had built it slightly wrong and needed to raise the floor by 1, but after that it was pretty much ready to use and I loved it. It wasn't the best looking, but what can you expect from just making something out of wood? I went for efficiency over aesthetics, sue me. I was grabbing some resources from the demon block when I actually got attacked by my first monster party. I thought this was going to happen a lot earlier, but apparently not. Except this thing lied. There was definitely no party involved. It was just a large amount of angry mobs that I had to fight off. I was falsely advertised. Luckily though, I was able to hide myself in the villager hall, which made for some easy pickings of the rest of the party, and after some time, I got myself my second villager, which meant I could breed and then trade with the, no, it's thrown itself off the edge. After some time though, I found Yvette, who was the most stubborn villager I'd met in my entire life. She did really not want to go to the hall in the slightest. It's ironic that this thing was actually my toughest task yet, getting a damn villager into the trading hall. And after almost drowning and trying to recreate the Titanic, I eventually had her in there. I spent some time though, breaking trees to sticks, which meant I now had an infinite source of emeralds for trades. It was a really good feeling. Just like that though, I was at the Nether stage of the demon block, which seeing as my platform was made out of wood, was really just a huge foreshadowing for later. However, this stage came with its actual delights. I actually got my first piece of Netherite ancient debris. I had 10 diamonds though, and I decided to make myself a diamond chestplate with it that eventually I could turn into Netherite. I also killed 2 baby magma cubes. I'm really sorry again, but it's in my nature. It's for comedic value, I promise. The next days though came with a pure redecoration change. I wanted to actually spruce up the island, with no pun intended. I made all the spruce wood I had into spruce slabs and broke a random pattern into the floor of the island. I filled it in on every platform possible, and I was actually trying to make something that I could eventually put on a Pinterest board. It was a dangerous task, as one wrong move could result in the end of this series. With no one stopping me though, I got to work with some other tasks, which included finishing the spruce slabs and breaking the back of my storage to create an open plan type feel. This meant easier access, which also meant I had to go fix the wood in the storage hall, so everything was even. If it wasn't symmetrical, it wasn't worth doing. But as the sun rose, I felt good, and another task was finished. I then ran into a slight problem with the nether stage of the demon block. I was so happy to see my first set of blazes, as this meant I was one step closer to getting enderite, and one step closer to the dragon. I managed to take down one, but the other decided to keep flying away, shooting fireballs. Fireballs. And my island is made out of wood. You can see where this is going. Now you can really see where this is going.
As with the blaze gone, I turned around to see my villager hall literally burnt to the ground. Luckily though, the villagers had survived, the rest of it was set alight and basically ruined. I decided to never let this happen again, and got to work replacing the center of my island with cobblestone, which will then encage any mob that spawns and also stop blazes wanting to kill me, as well as burning down the rest of my island. I removed the old and slightly burnt wood to a mix of cobblestone and stone, as well as replacing the staircase to make everything, I guess fit is the right word. It was worth it though in the end, as I was able to then grind the block normally without the rest of my things setting on fire. I really liked the new area, and it proved to be useful. I finally had got enough netherite after mining for a short while of this phase to create my first netherite ingot. I felt really happy. Apart from when I got attacked by a huge pig, it didn't really like me and I really don't think I liked it. I smelted the ancient debris I had and waited. It was the longest 30 seconds of my life, but the point is that it was done. After visiting my former villager hall, which still hurts by the way, I used the smithing table to turn my chestplate into netherite. I felt like the biggest gangster in the world, and it was straight back into mining the block, as the block wanted. I was a servant to the demon block. I could have very easily faked the ending of this video here, but I felt like I wanted to show a different end to how these videos sometimes go. I wanted to use the EXP grinder to get myself to 40 levels, enough to enchant a few items now that I had the obsidian from the nether stage to create an enchant table. And I think I'll let the video play up from here. Enjoy my genuine reaction, and I'll see you soon.
Are you kidding me?